and get it in the right way. A lot going on today. A lot going on in this episode of Lunch and Learn, Lunch and Learn, Lunch and Learn with Griff. One more time. Lunch and Learn, Lunch and Learn, Lunch and Learn with Griff. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all week. Enjoy the veal. What kind of weekend did y'all have? Did you have a great weekend? I had an absolutely amazing weekend. So much stuff happened. A lot of birthdays. So a lot of birthdays over the weekend. Let me go through them slow. Have to say happy birthday to Professor Sonia. That's right. Professor Sonia Pritchett turned 50. Huge birthday, monumental birthday. So shout out to her in Alabama somewhere, looking like she's 33. Black don't crack. For people from other backgrounds who don't know what black don't crack mean, ask somebody black. Okay, so that's one birthday. Second birthday, Victoria Dowd in Durham, Bull City. Is it this? I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. Bull City, Durham, North Carolina. Victoria Dowd turned 60. When I tell you, yummy for my tummy made cupcakes, I got an instructor, a refit instructor lady in my life, right? All she want to do is work out and praise the Lord. She ate 31 cupcakes. That's all I'm gonna say. She had a bunch of cupcakes. Way too many that she was supposed to have. How about that? So I'm doing something different. I'm doing something different today. Wait a minute, let me continue the birthdays. So that's just one birthday. Victoria Dowd, Professor Sonia Pritchett. And then I have to thank my Aunt Michelle. Michelle Stroman McGuire. If it wasn't for that lady, I would not be where I am right now in life. And I thank her so much. She changed my whole life. Sonia, what's happening to y'all? Victoria's Stefan. I was in your city, man. I didn't even know. So happy birthday to Aunt Michelle. Wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for Aunt Michelle. Aunt Michelle was a big publicist in Los Angeles when I was a kid and would work with New Edition and Janet Jackson and Bobby Brown and Keith Washington, like all the y'all. I was like, oh, I know what Aunt Michelle do. What up, Susan from Toronto, Canada? Okay, so that was the birthdays. Erica Campbell's mama, Miss Honey, turned 71 over the weekend. Jeez, them Atkin jeans ain't a game right there. That's what I would say about that. Oh, and then this. Chadwick. Man, I think this will be like it was for people when Michael Jackson died, when Prince died, when, you know what I'm saying, you know exactly where you were at when you found out that Chadwick died. Yeah, Brianna just said she can't even watch the movie. We talked about him this morning, and what's cracking, Kimberly? And do you guys remember where you were at when you saw Black Panther? So in Dallas, you had to get tickets, and they sold out everywhere. So I was still trying to go the week, that week. Found and I don't even like these places. I found what are those called? Them diner movie theater. I don't think you should have restaurant food at a movie theater, but that's just me. I found one, and everybody was dressing up in African attire and just getting a whole. It was so much black love, man. What's up, Manny? Manny Oliveira? That's my dude right there. It was so much black love, man. But I happened to be sitting next to this little boy that was 4.5, and he had on a whole African outfit. What's that called? Kente cloth stuff. Tiffany, what's happening? And his mom was with him, and she was like, this is the first movie he ever sat and watched. You know, he was so young. Bear Paws, what up though? But that was happening all around the world. In Africa, they was dressing up in their own tribal wear. And it was because of that dude, man. Black Panther was a superhero. Like, I mean, I'm a Superman fan. Anybody will tell you. I call myself Clark. But Black Panther, man, he looked like us. When I was a kid, I ain't had nobody look like us. Oh, man. Yeah, Brianna, you're right. Brianna said Black Panther was huge, and then it was bigger because, of course, the Avengers, the 2-part Avenger movie. But don't forget 42, where he played Jackie Robinson. And don't forget Get On Up, where he played James Brown. And don't forget Marshall, where he played Thurgood Marshall, Chadwick Boseman. And then to find out, for the last 4 years, he's been fighting colon cancer. A hero, a true hero. Chadwick. Great dude. Okay, so today we are talking about forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness. What up, Mike Jones? Jake Mones. Yeah, Marshall was real good. Now, and Marshall was good on a couple different levels. I don't know. Like, I'm glad I got Black Panther on Blu-ray and stuff like that, so I won't have to, but 42, I think Jackie Robinson, and then they said he died on Jackie Robinson Day. Now, I don't know what baseball did because baseball, COVID-19, but normally on Jackie Robinson Day, all Major League Baseball teams, all 30 of them, or 30, 32, 30, 28, all the Major League Baseball teams wear the number 42. And that is the first black dude that come into major leagues, and they respect him like that. That's huge. So we're talking about forgiveness today, but this is what I want you to do. I want to see if I can do it pretty fast. Brianna's going to kill me. Where is, no, not my overlays, not my source. I want to write something. So that would be text. Oh, right here. Yes. Okay. So write this down and then see if you can jump on. This is my Skype. GRIFF Skype. That's what my Skype is. GRIFF Skype. I'll bring you in. We can talk about forgiveness. I'm going to leave that up right there, actually. GRIFF Skype. But for the kids, I wanted to show you guys a quick little video about forgiveness. GRIFF's Skype. Go to it right now, and I'll let you know if I can do you. I'll bring you in. We'll talk about forgiveness. Chadwick, man, I go on. Here go a story on forgiveness for the kids, and then I'll come back and show one for the adults too.
In a beautiful meadow, up in a tall tree, there lived a colony of bees. The bees were all friends. When they were flying together, sometimes the bees would accidentally run into each other. "I'm sorry," the bee would say. "That's okay. I forgive you," the other bee would say. And the bees would keep flying together. They went on flower hunts together. They had bee races together. they worked together. And they flew way up high into the sky together. The bees were happy. But one day, something different happened. Two bees crashed into each other. "I'm sorry," said the first bee. "You got in my way," the angry bee said. "I'm not flying with you anymore." The angry bee flew away. "I'll show you," the angry bee said. The angry bee landed on a leaf and waited for the other bee to feel bad. "I'm gonna sit here all day." It was time to go on a flower hunt. All of the bees went looking for flowers together. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." Now it was time for a bee race.
Oh, sorry.
They flew as fast as they could, and they all had fun racing. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf, being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." Now it was time for the bees to make honey. All of the bees worked very hard, and they made lots of honey together. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf, being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." Now it was time for the bees to fly really high up in the sky. They loved seeing who could fly the highest, and they flew up, up, up into the clouds. But not the angry bee. He sat on a leaf, being angry. "I'll show that bee," the angry bee said. "I'm going to sit here all day." But it wasn't working. All of the other bees were still happy. The other bees asked the angry bee to come and fly with them. "No, I'm still mad at him," said the angry bee. "Okay," said the bees. "We'll see you later then." The angry bee started to feel a little bit sad. He missed flying with the other bees. And he wanted to go on flower hunts again and help make honey. "I could be happy again," the bee said, "and I could do all my favorite things. All I have to do is forgive." He thought about it, and then...
Then came Peter to him and said, "Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Till 7 times?" Jesus said unto him, "I say not to thee until 7 times,
If you want to see
but
more
until
videos,
70
please
times."
subscribe.
How about that? That was awesome. That was super duper awesome. Love the Bible verse at the end. But to all kids, here go a real life lesson. When a bunch of bees is together, they safe. When one bee go by itself and be mad and have problems with the other bees, that's how you die. So be a mad bee if you want to. You won't live. You don't never see 40 bees getting killed. You see one bee getting killed because he was doing too much. So now you know. All mad bees, you will want to make up so you can live. That's all I'm going to say. Shout out to my little homie Ryan and his mama Q watching this. Ryan, did you like that, little homie? Appreciate it. Lanika said it was good. So that was with bees. I'm actually allergic, definitely allergic to bees. I don't have an EpiPen. I actually, I hate bees. I ain't going to lie. That just pulling that video was a lot for me, but I fought through it. I fought through it. and it's fine. So I was getting people. I want you to jump on Skype with me, if you can. That would be awesome. And my Skype name is GRIFF's Skype. We want to talk about forgiveness, and I want to kind of give it a human look at it real quick. And while you're trying to figure out if you're going to get on Skype with me or not, now that video was for kids. Now, Ryan, you'll understand this one too, but this one is a little bit for adults, and it might hit home to a lot of you. GRIFF Skype is my Skype. GRIFF Skype. I'm taking calls. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking calls. Brianna, you see that? I'm taking calls. All right, check this out on forgiveness.
A person who can forgive nothing is a person who's totally destroyed psychologically and emotionally. Forgive your parents. Forgive any relationship that you ever had that didn't work out. Forgive everyone else in your life that has ever hurt you in any way. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself.
When you feel that you are stuck in some situation, or when your affirmations are not working, it usually means there is some more forgiving to be done. Forgiveness of yourself and of others will release you from the prison of the past. Thoughts of bitterness cannot create joy. No matter how justified you feel you are, no matter what they did, if you insist on holding on to the past, then you will never be free. Forgiveness is a tricky and confusing concept for many people. There is a difference between forgiveness and acceptance. Forgiving someone does not mean that you condone their behavior. It really has nothing to do with the other person. The reality of true forgiveness lies in setting ourselves free from holding on to the pain. When you do not flow freely with life in the present moment, it usually means you are holding on to a past moment. Only in the present moment can you create your future. If you are holding on to the past, you cannot be in the present. It is only in this now moment that your thoughts and words are powerful. So you really don't want to waste your current thoughts to continue to create your future from the garbage of the past. When you blame another, you give your own power away because you are placing the responsibility for your feelings on someone else. People in our lives may behave in ways that trigger uncomfortable responses in us. However, they did not get into our minds and create the buttons that have been pushed. Taking responsibility for our own feelings and reactions is mastering our ability to respond. In other words, we learn to consciously choose rather than simply react.
The person you were in the past is a different person than you are today. The person you are today wouldn't do those things because you now have wisdom, you have hindsight, you have intelligence, you understand consequences. So the person you are today is a different person from the person you were back then. So don't keep beating yourself up because that other person, another person, did something that today you disapprove of. All right? Just let yourself go. Let yourself off the hook. And when you let it all go, it's almost like a huge burden off your back. You just forgive everybody and you forgive everything, and on a go-forward basis, you just forgive everybody. You don't have any negativities at all. No negativity toward anybody. You're just a positive person. And if you'll do that, if you accept responsibility, like yourself, and forgive everyone else, you become a truly superior person. Most amazing darn thing.
Okay, so y'all just saw that. That was a beautiful thing on forgiveness as well. But I would just like to say that you have to forgive for reals, because it's it's heavier on you than the person that you fighting to maybe forgive or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying that because, okay, so something happened to you when you was 16 years old. You are now 50. And you've been walking around saying, man, my cousin, I remember that time. And these people is living their best life. Like you the only one think about it. Even if it was something horrible, especially if it was something horrible. People go on. Forgiveness is so, man, that's for you. When I forgave my father at New Mercies on Father's Day, the weight that was lifted off of me, and not just because, it's because I had deep, very, very deep unforgiveness for that man. But when I understood that God forgive us over and over and over and over and 30,000 times and pi 3.14 times, we be swearing to God, I ain't gonna smoke no more. We be swearing to God, I ain't gonna drink no more. We be swearing to God, I ain't gonna, and he just keep forgiving us and forgiving us and forgiving us. So I had to have grace on that man. Have grace on people. Lanika is saying it's such a heavy burden to carry, and they aren't even thinking about it. They don't even care. All right, so I can go on and on about that, but I want to bring in my guest real quick. Skeeter Riley.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let me do you right, because hold on, everybody can see you. Just stay there and smile. Let me put this proper frame around you before before Brianna have a cow. So just sit there. Tell me, while you sitting there, tell me what forgiveness means to you.
Here we go.
Tell me.
All right, there we go. Tell me what.
Tell me
If you start
what
doing stuff, you cut
forgiveness.
out.
Tell me what forgiveness means to you.
I can't say this since we're talking about forgiveness. I'm pretty sure that that's what you're asking me to talk about. And
Yes.
forgiveness for me had to be, like you said, something that I wanted for myself. You know, prior to me caring to forgive somebody, I didn't even understand how angry I was.
Right.
I didn't understand how much I was hurting people that actually did care about me.
Yeah.
You know, it even down to my father. I didn't come from a traditional family home where my mother and father were married in the same house and they raised me as their one child. And no, I didn't have all of that. So I had some anger towards my father as well. And it wasn't until I acknowledged that anger that I would accept the huddle of men that had been placed in my life, not as predators, but as vessels.
Yes.
I met you, Griff, when I was 14, and I had so much promise and so much calling on my life, and nothing about that has changed, but I didn't care to acknowledge it. I didn't care to recognize it. I didn't care to own it because I was angry about so many things. I couldn't focus on my life. And in losing that focus on my life, I lost my drive. There's so many things that you will take away from yourself by withholding that forgiveness.
That's good.
From somebody else.
That's good, Ray. That's good. And I'm sorry, I didn't even introduce my guest. I was trying to find that. This is Skeeter Riley. Her name is Skeeter Riley. She's a songwriter. She's an artist. The people that know her, like me, we just call her Ree. Love you to life. Love her sisters, her her dude, her children, her mama Lydia. That's so basically Ree's mama was like the lady at church that was like, I see you all new in church. You want to come over and watch the football game and make sure you don't sinny dip real quick. She really took care of me. And Reed, that's so honest. Thank you for being honest right there. Brianna just said we end up bleeding on people who never cut us. Woo! Woo! So what that means is while you all not forgiving somebody, you killing somebody you with right now that got to eat that unforgiveness that you got for somebody else on them. That's good. Lanika saying anger and bitterness will eat you up. You have to let it go. Yes, Ree. That's what they saying. You have to get it. Ree, thank you for jumping on my Skype. You my first guest on here.
Come on.
Like random. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. Hold on. What's your let me write it down. Hold on. Let me write it down. What's your Instagram and stuff?
It's at Skeeter Riley on everything. SKEETARILEY.
I'm putting
Skeeter Riley on IG. Skeeter Riley on Facebook. And all of my music can be pulled up using Skeeter Riley itself. So
y'all
from
see
YouTube, the title.
My girl, Skeeter Riley. Thank you for calling, girl. I appreciate you. You nothing but the truth. Love you, man.
All right.
So that was my first. I'm gonna start doing that. Me and Brianna have been talking about that the same way on IG. You could talk to people. We could talk to people on this, and it doesn't have to be all the way planned. But back to forgiveness. I believe that forgiveness is something that you must do. You must do. Go back and forgive your parents. I think I also really practiced forgiveness with my father when I understood that he didn't have a dad. You know, he didn't have a man that was in his life that was pushing him, telling him how awesome he was and that he was going to be great when he grows up, you know, and I have to be empathetic to that. You know, and then you have to learn people's love languages. Like, you know, my father's primary love language was work. I'm working and I love you. That's it. That's what it means. If I'm working and we got food, that's love. So I think when you grow up and you understand and you have kids and you see what your parents tried to do or attempted to do with you when they were little, and you can have great grace on them. Also with friends, the little things that you fell out about, and man, COVID-19 is taking over this entire year. If in September, tomorrow is September, if by September you still haven't reconciled with somebody in your life, you are missing this opportunity. God told me, and I wrote in red letters on my whiteboard, don't miss this opportunity. Do not miss this opportunity. This is here for a reason. While you worrying about, I can't, start being grateful and thankful, getting excited about what God still has you doing. Still blessing you, still covering you, taking care of your family. Nobody in your family got COVID. Those are the things that we need to concentrate on right now, but I could go on and on. Because I've been around some great people over the weekend. Brianna, her sister, John Gray, my man, Michael George. Big shout out to Ray Duggar. I so love Ray Duggar and his wife and his little daughter, Rhea. Shout out to Ava and Ava's mama, Nia. Who else was there? Jeff, of course, John Gray. Man, thank you. But I was in a love bubble all weekend. That's what I was doing. Susan says you lead by example, Griff. Love for me and the dude. I tell the dude, I said nothing but love for him. Thank you, Susan. Watching in Toronto. Susan done watched every weekend, never not missed a Monday, and I appreciate that. So I gotta go. Next week I won't be here. Maybe I'll play a best of. No, actually, let me stop lying. I'm so ambitious. Just be making Brianna work. next Monday is Labor Day, and we're off on the radio as well. I think we're playing the best of show. So I'm going to take next Monday off. I believe that is the 7th, and then I'll be back on the 14th. I'll start posting what we're going to have up. Oh, look at my, oh my God, calendar fact for today. The longest known record for constipation is 102 days. On day 3, I would have cut myself open. Man, 102 days, the bloat capacity, though. the bloatness that comes with 102 days of not going. Number 2, Ryan. Can you imagine? The gas. Oh, the gas. Okay. All right. Let me stop. I'm around gassiest people. So I grew up around gassy people. So gassy people don't bother me. Everybody is lactose intolerant in my family. Everybody in my life. Shout out to Lanika for eating all the cupcakes. Yummy for my tummy. You can go to my Facebook right here. Check that out. I had a ball, man. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is something we should do every day. Let's practice it. No, you shut up. Let's practice it. And let's have grace on people. Let's be empathetic to people. And let's show love the way God will want us to for one another. You guys have an amazing weekend. Stay blessed. Carmen Franks. What the deal, Carmen Franks? Brianna, I love you, man. This is all powered by everything that you see. This is all powered by Butterfly Visuals LLC. I need to get a little thing, a little PNG right here, Brianna, right here. Them cupcakes were good, though. It was some red velvet ones and with some key lime ones. Now, the red velvet ones got jumped on. The key lime ones was getting stacked up too, but them red velvet ones, yummy for my tummy. Click on them because we're ordering some stuff. I'm having some stuff freeze dried or something. I don't know. I got to go. Have an amazing week. Make sure you listen to Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 Eastern. Check your local listeners, or you can go to getuperica.com. That's getup, ERICA.com, or download our app, which is Get Up Mornings. How about that? GetUpErica.com is the website. Get Up Mornings is the app. And if you need anything from me, you know I can be reached at 2 trillion, at the number 2, the word trillion. My website is 2trillion.com. You can get my book, Cats and Puppies, there. You can also get our t-shirts, also powered by Butterfly Visuals LLC, God Big. We also have Best Day Ever. And we also have a new one, that same God, the same God that helped Noah and Moses and Joseph and Solomon, and same God that can help you. All right, man, I got to go. Have an amazing day. Mike Larry, what the deal? Ms. Ike? Hey, Mike, let's read to a kid when I get back, homie. Let's make a funny Detroit, Los Angeles kids tale real quick. All right, homie, I'm going to hit you. We got a couple weeks to make it. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all stay blessed. Take care.